As they ventured inside the sunken plane, what Nolan and his team discovered left them questioning everything they thought they knew about the ocean's hidden secrets. Nolan had always been drawn to the mysteries of the ocean. A skilled diver and marine biologist, his passion for the sea had taken him on countless underwater adventures. But nothing could have prepared him for what he would discover during a routine dive off the coast of California. But hey, before we dive into the story, do yourself a favor and pause the video right now. Go hit that like button, and let's see if we can make this video reach 1,000 likes. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to your favorite story channel. Also, make sure to ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest and weirdest stories. Trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming your way. Now sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed as we take you on an unforgettable ride. Don't forget to engage with us in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Without further ado, let's dive right in. One early morning, Nolan and his team set out on an expedition to monitor the reefs and assess the state of the area's biodiversity. It was a routine task, one they had done many times before, but this dive would be anything but ordinary. As they descended into the deep blue, something strange caught Nolan's eye. At first, it was just a shadow, barely visible against the ocean floor. But as they got closer, the shadow took on a more defined shape. A shape that sent a thrill of excitement through Nolan's veins. It was the outline of an aircraft hidden beneath the waves, resting silently on the ocean floor. Nolan's heart raced as he signaled to his team. They had come across sunken ships before, but this was different. This was a plane, and it looked like it had been there for a long time. The team gathered around, communicating with hand signals, their faces filled with a mix of excitement and apprehension. They knew they had to be careful. Exploring a wreck like this could be dangerous, and they had to ensure everyone's safety. Reluctantly, they returned to the surface to discuss their next steps. Back on the boat, they removed their gear and quickly shared what they had seen. "Did you guys see that? What is that thing doing here?" Irene, one of Nolan's colleagues, exclaimed. The group was abuzz with speculation. How could an entire plane end up here, unnoticed and undiscovered until now? The captain of their boat listened intently as they described the wreck. He understood the significance of their find and knew they needed more information before diving back down. He contacted the Coast Guard, hoping to learn more about the plane and its history. While they waited for a response, the crew discussed their plan. They knew they wanted to explore the inside of the plane, but they had to be cautious. If the wreck was recent, there could still be bodies inside, or worse, dangerous sea creatures that had made the plane their home. Hours passed before the Coast Guard called back with news that shocked the crew. The plane, they were told, had disappeared decades ago. It was a mystery how it ended up off the California coast, but the Coast Guard gave them the green light to explore it. Nolan's excitement was palpable as he prepared for the dive. The idea of uncovering a piece of lost history filled him with a sense of purpose. The next morning, the team prepared their gear with meticulous care. Each piece of equipment was checked and double-checked. They knew this dive was different from any they had done before. Nolan gathered the team for a final briefing, reminding them of the importance of respecting the wreck and preserving any evidence they found. With everything ready, the team descended once again into the depths. As they approached the plane, the eerie stillness of the wreck sent chills down Nolan's spine. The plane, lying on the ocean floor, looked almost surreal, as if time had forgotten it. They began their exploration, documenting every inch of the aircraft with their cameras. The exterior of the plane was weathered, covered in barnacles and algae. But as they circled it, they noticed something strange: a sealed compartment door. Nolan's curiosity was piqued. What could be inside? Was it just cargo, or did it hold something more significant? The team exchanged glances, knowing they had to open it to find out. With careful precision, they worked together to pry the door open. Inside, they found a time capsule from another era. The compartment was filled with artifacts preserved by the cold, dark depths of the ocean. There were personal belongings, documents, and other items that hinted at the lives of those who had been on board. As they carefully collected the artifacts, Nolan couldn't help but feel a sense of reverence for the people who had been on that plane. Each item they found was a glimpse into a story that had been lost to the sea for decades. They photographed and documented everything, knowing that these items could provide crucial clues to the plane's origin and the fate of its passengers. But as they continued their exploration, an unsettling feeling began to creep over the team. The presence of the sealed compartment, the strange items inside, and the fact that the plane had been missing for so long all pointed to something more than just a routine crash. It felt as though the plane was hiding a secret, one that might have been buried for a reason. Back on the surface, the team carefully laid out the artifacts on the deck of their boat. As they examined the items, they began to piece together a picture of what might have happened. Among the documents were maps, navigational tools, and papers that hinted at a possible covert mission. It seemed that the plane had been carrying more than just passengers. It had been involved in something much bigger. Their excitement at the discovery was tempered by the realization of the implications. If the plane had been on a secret mission, their find could have serious consequences. They knew they had to report everything to the authorities, but they also understood that their discovery might lead to more questions than answers. The Coast Guard was informed of their findings, and soon, government officials arrived to take over the investigation. The officials were professional and efficient, but their presence only added to the sense of unease. They took the artifacts, thanked the team for their work, and swore them to silence. The discovery was now in the hands of those with the power to decide what the world would know. As the sun set on their expedition, Nolan and his team sat in silence, reflecting on what they had uncovered. They had come to explore the sea, but they had found something far more significant, something that would stay with them long after the dive was over. The ocean had given up one of its secrets, but it had also left them with a sense of unease. They had uncovered a piece of history that might never see the light of day, a story that would remain hidden in the depths, just like the plane they had found. Nolan knew that this was not just another dive. It was a reminder of the mysteries that lie beneath the waves, and of the stories that the sea is reluctant to tell.